quarter wave and they're not yet out the back. You can't actually get given priority until you're out the back. And so you'll be seeing that.
Yeah, Joey, thank you, mate. That was something that I was unsure about yesterday. And as it says at the bottom there, when two riders reach out the back in the lineup at the same time, the priority will be given to the rider who didn't have priority last. So that we'll bring that up again later so you can read it and check it out. There we go. The action straight away. Ocean Mackenzie starting off the heat. Pretty good start there.
Yeah, really nice little combination for him in the first 30 seconds of the heat. Always good to get the ball rolling quickly. Good for the nerves and good strategy here. You can just see he takes off. You see a little double up here and he notices that too. Realizes he has enough time to do a spin and then straight up into a roll there. And that's a solid first wave of the day here at the IBC Future Pros Rising Series. Ocean Mackenzie.
So the winds still are fairly light, a little bit overcast, but not too bad out there. It looks still pretty fun, as you can see with Ocean's first wave. Well done to Ocean.
And yeah, as well, we've got the judging criteria up there for you guys. So
maximum degree of difficulty and commitment, radical controlled maneuvers, speed, power and flow, critical sections, variety of repertoire, aerial maneuvers with high degree of difficulty, clearly executed and completed, and of course, style.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what the judges will be looking for today, and that'll determine how they're giving those scores. And these riders will be looking for those critical maneuvers and to generate as much speed as possible into these sections. These classic D-bar sections. Here's a few little rules about the Rising Series as well. So the Rising Series is a new IBC innovation this year, which just allows juniors much better opportunity to be able to compete in the World Tour and get points from their respective parts of the globe. It's independent from the men's and women's and adult divisions, and all Rising Series are qualifying for entering the grand final, which will be in Fronton King or in Wahine in Brazil for the women. Mandatory participation in at least one official junior IBC event is necessary for them to qualify into those grand finals. And the grand finals will have their own rankings, which will determine the eventual world champion. No memberships will be required for the junior division, and reduction of international travel costs and educational impact also.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that last one. Yeah, that'll be good for the junior riders, you know, the reduction of international travel costs and educational impact. That's a fantastic incentive for that the IBC has brought on board.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And definitely good moves toward the future of the sport, just really increasing the accessibility for the younger riders to... Yes, thank you. For the younger riders to, be able to have a go at the World Tour and be able to compete in a Rising Series event that might be much closer to where they're from, and then seeing on how they go there will depend if they are going to go to Fronton or Wahine. Yeah. Definitely
a long way to travel, especially for riders like Frederico that's come all the way from South America, and people like Jai Taylor travelling abroad as well. It's a big world we live in, that's for sure. But good on the riders for showing the initiative to get out there and participate in as many events as possible. Yeah,
that's it. So judges just we're ironing out all the technical difficulties that come at the start of setting up a competition in the morning. And so those scores will come through eventually on your screens. But Ocean still, yes, he has a score pending. Hardy, Fletcher, Archie Williams, still no waves. And a bit more of an overcast day today, Dave.
Yeah, it's sort of not as cold. The clouds lock in the heat a little bit, which is good. It's definitely a nice climate today. I don't even want to say the R word, but I'm hoping that it does not RAIN.
Exactly. I think it might look a little bit ominous, but last time we checked the forecast, I think there's only a 45% chance of 1 mil.
That's right. We may get a little sprinkle, but nothing to worry about out there. Usually the rain will glass off the water as well, so we might get a little gust of wind if a little bit of storm comes through. But I don't think it's storm. It's probably more just a little scattered showers today. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's it. So touch wood, there's no tropical deluge.
No, that's right.
Yeah. But no, we've been seeing some pretty fun-looking waves all morning, and actually it was a little bit morning sick when we first rocked up. There was a lot more of a bump on the surface of the water, but it does look like it's already kind of started to iron itself out a little bit.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear, especially in the video footage that the guys from Absolute Streaming are providing. It's very clear footage. It looks really good. It's quite appealing to the eye. So, but with just under 15 minutes remaining, we're still waiting for the judges. It's just ironing out a few things up in the other end of the beach in the judges' tent. But as Joey said before, we've already got one wave on the board from Ocean McKenzie, and he's in priority 3 now. We're just waiting for Hardy and Archie to score some waves. Here we go. We've got a little bit of movement out there. Hardy's looking at this one.
Taken off the man in yellow, Hardy Fletcher. Nice paddle into that, and he gets the roll off the first section, and it looks like he's going to come through to the end bowl and get another clean roll. Good little combination there for Hardy Fletcher.
All right, let's take a look at a replay for that one. Hardy Fletcher on a nice clean little wave here, looking for a section, gunning down the line. Clean roll on a smaller wave there, but still nice clean conditions. Looking for another section, and Hardy roll completing 2 rolls. Hardy Fletcher completing 2 rolls on that one.
That's it. So Cadets is under 16. So all these guys will be, under that age. But people like Hardy are 12 years old. So he's still competing against people maybe 3-4 years older than him.
And he's been in this event since he was 10. You know, he's been competing on a junior professional level for a couple of years already, and so he's got a very, very bright future, young Hardy Fletcher, the rider in yellow.
That's it. I was mentioning a little bit about him yesterday. He first caught my eye maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, he would have been 10 doing flips out at Aussie Pipe, and it's really cool to see people that young already throwing down manoeuvres like flips and timing and drawing lines well beyond his years.
Especially in crucial waves and waves of consequence like Aussie Pipe, where it is breaking on a headland on a reef, and they are waves of consequence. You know, he's definitely committing and showing signs of a true athlete. Yeah,
really cool to see. 5.67. So here we have these scores dropping through for both Ocean and Hardy. So tight start to the heat, equal scores for both of them.
We have a tie for rider in red, Ocean McKenzie, and rider in yellow, Hardy Fletcher.
Oh, hang on. I think the judges are still... maybe they popped the score in the wrong box. They're just...
Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Ocean scored high. Here we go. Rider up and riding. Archie Williams on another little right-hander. Looking for another wave. Beautiful. Nice extension on the arms there with the roll. That one was pretty good. And we've got...
Spin takeoff there. Hardy Fletcher backing up Archie. Get a little spin to roll. Let's see if he can get another one. Deciding to kick off there, but that's Hardy's second scoring wave. So good start for the youngest man in the division, Hardy Fletcher. But some good exchange there. It's going to be interesting to see because I'll run us through this replay first of Archie. You can see both of these rolls were really nice. Arm extended. Look at this, just showing the judges the slick, and then a really nice bowl there. Probably got even more projected on that second one.
And up now is the replay for Hardy's wave with a little forward spin. Here we go, live action with Ocean McKenzie looking for that roll under the lip and scooping under that one. Unfortunately, nothing more on offer for that wave. And we got Blue up and riding now, some live action. Archie Williams, nice roll off that left. These riders will be looking for those combination of manoeuvres today, and hopefully the waves will provide something. We can see some nice right-handers coming through with the clean conditions. We just probably need that tide to drop out a little bit more, and we might see a few more barrels and a few more ramps for them. But at the moment, the guys are doing a really good job with the conditions that are on offer out there.
Yeah, some really smart competition surfing from Archie there, getting the best wave of the heat so far. And yeah, I'll just run us through this full replay. A nice little spin at the start there for Hardy. This one came through at a 3.83, and then he just waited for that smaller section, but managed to stomp a nice little roll there. Good backup score. And then here's his second replay. Ocean just finding that section, getting it there a bit late, but strong, powerful roll, landing cleanly.
So with just over 10.5 minutes remaining, we've got a rider in red, Ocean McKenzie. Oh, no, we've got Hardy. Hardy's on this one, another right-hander. He's looking down the line for something. Nice roll, and that's all the wave gave him. We've just under 10.5 minutes remaining. Archie Williams is currently out in the lead. Those nice arm extensions on the rolls obviously worked in his favour with a total score of 10.93. In second place is Ocean McKenzie with a 10.04. And we'll just quickly run you through the replay with Hardy's little right-hander here. Just racing down the line. This wave got away a bit, but he still found a lip and got under it and completed a nice roll out into the flats.
Yeah, really nice surfing. All the boys seem to be keeping pretty busy out there, and it does look like Ocean having a little look at that, and perhaps another left-hander coming in here. Let's see. He does have that first priority, so he's sitting there in a nice position. Let's see if it can give him a ramp. First section, nice roll, extends his arms out. Combination, reverse spin here, and perhaps another roll right on the end bowl there, deciding to kick off as it kind of bowled away from him.
Rider in blue just got one out the back, but he's just kicked out the back of that one. Just didn't really offer anything for him. But still out in the lead. We'll just wait for scores to update. That was not a bad wave by Ocean McKenzie. Currently in the lead is Rider in blue, Archie Williams with a 10.93. Ocean McKenzie in second, Rider in red with a 10.04. And Hardy Fletcher in third with a 9.9. We'll just quickly run you through the replay of Ocean's last wave. Not a bad left-hander here. Walling up for him, giving him a little section to hit there with a nice roll. Looking for a spin here and a nice reverse spin. The wave sort of wrapping back out to the Ocean, looking for another section. And there he goes, just kicks out the back. And the replay for Archie as well, nice left, but unfortunately this one didn't offer anything, so he's just kicked out the back.
Yeah, that's it. Wow, all the boys keeping us on our toes here. A lot of action in the first half of the first heat of the day here down at D-Bar. And something I noticed about Archie Williams, the man from Pacific Palms down Foster Way, he's riding a bat tail out there, which we don't often see. Most of the time there's crescent tails, but yeah, what do you think about the bat tails, Dave?
There's a few riders that ride them, and usually they are epic. Like Hubbard, I know Keegan rides one. There was one rider that was in all the Visions magazines back in the day that lost his pants out at Cloud9. What was that guy's name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's on the tip of mine too. It is going to come to me real soon.
Yeah, but there is some like...
Sean Virtue.
Sean Virtue, that's him. Yeah, he was an absolute WA, a massive charger from WA as well. And there is some riders that just dominate on the bat tails, and there's not as big a population of people using bat tails, but they must be doing something right with them. I've used one a couple of times, but I'm just used to the crescent tail, obviously. But what do you think of them?
Yeah, man, my first ever board, a Manta, something back in when I was 12, was a bat tail, and that's probably the last bat tail I've ever ridden. But
yeah, it's
interesting. I noticed. Well, yeah, obviously Dave Hubbard's still been using it on the IBC World Tour, but I remember I think 2 years ago, Tanner McDaniel used a bat tail at the Maldives Pro, and it was really cool to see because usually you see Tanner on a crescent, but it was cool to see how hard he was ripping there on a bat tail as well, and that riders have a little bit of versatility in their quiver.
Maybe they offer a little bit more buoyancy with that little bit of extra. Here we go, rider in red, Ocean McKenzie, looking down the line, forward spin. Not the biggest wave, but kicking out of that one. The guys are moving a little bit further south on the beach, trying to find those waves down there. There is still a bank just in front of us sort of thing, but they're just maybe out there. It's a bit different. Here we go. Sorry, the replay there of Ocean's wave.
Yeah, he gets a little forward, and then you can see he probably could have gone and done a roll down there, but he knew it wasn't going to be one of his scoring waves, so just kicking off there in a tight heat, 10.93, 10.9 and 9.9. So all these guys are keeping it competitive.
Hardy's very busy in the water. He's currently sitting in third with a 9.9, but he only needs a 5.41 to jump back into the top two, and it's very, very possible for the young man, Hardy Fletcher, with still just under 6.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and in comparison to what we've been seeing happening here at D-Bar this morning, I'd say this heat is a bit slow, a bit of a lull, even though the guys have been catching a lot of waves. But I think that's good news for us because... as we saw yesterday, it just continued to pulse. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of these 2 to 3 foot sets that we were seeing this morning.
Let's hope so, yeah. Here we go. Here's a little one here that might hit that inside bank with Archie Williams looking at it. Oh, roll takeoff, straight into a roll. Looking for another section and a nice roll again. Archie's doing so well out there, just quickly getting under that lip, straight off the takeoff and doing a roll. You want to run us through the feedback, the replay on this one, Joey?
Yeah, for sure. Really like this one. Like, he knew he could get that roll around, get back on that rail, and he saw down the line this bowl here. Again, he's finding more projection on that second section, and I think he's going to better his 4.43 with that. We'll see, because he's looking to better that. He just did one solid left roll, but we'll see what the judges have to say about that one. Not one of the bigger waves, but there we go, 5.67, and he's just streaked even further into the lead now with a 12.17 total. Ocean looking for a 6.5 if he wants to... catch back up to Archie Williams.
Yeah, I don't think Archie's wave just then was as good as his first one, but still with those 2 rolls with a nice extension of arms, which are obviously the judges are favouring today.
Yeah, and I really like how they're looking down the line. Like D-Bar's just famous for that end bowl that kind of just wraps towards you on that like little double up section. And Archie's doing really well at finding them today and making the most of them, just getting projected out. And they want to see that, as we saw in the judging criteria earlier. They love those critical manoeuvres off those more critical sections.
Yeah, absolutely. Working in Archie's favour. Currently sitting out in front with a 10.93. With just under 4.5 minutes remaining. Ocean Mackenzie still sitting in second place with a 10.9. And Hardy Fletcher in third with a 9.9.
Yeah, I think still getting the scores going. There we go. They just must have been waiting for one more judge because the score there, 5.8. 2 very solid, strong combinations for the man in blue, Archie.
That's right. There's a lot of technical things going on behind the scenes down in the judges' tent down there. And I have no doubt they are of the highest quality. Like I said, a few of the judges flew straight up from Sydney on Friday night with a red-eye flight straight from the Shark Island Challenge. And these are the best judges we've got in Australia. These guys are trained and they've been operating as professional judges for around 15 or more years with people like Craig and that. You know, even Josh himself, you said he was been judging for about 15 years, was it?
Yeah. And he's probably one of the younger ones. So, probably up to potentially 30 years. For Craig, I don't know, but I know they've done it all over the world and multiple world tours. And so it's a privilege and an honour to have such quality judges here today at this junior event on the World Tour.
Yep, for the IBC Rising Series, absolutely. Only the best.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go, ticking down. It feels like this heat's just flown by. Maybe that's just because we were just so excited to get back into the booth and commentate some more bodyboarding today.
And a lot of caffeine will do that as well, yeah.
Yeah, a couple shots of caffeine have been consumed today, that's for sure.
We're feeling good, but day 2, we are pumped for the IBC Rising Series down at the city of Gold Coast, Future Pros on the Gold Coast. Everybody's pumped. Everybody's excited for today's events. We can't wait for it to unfold and come into the finals and see who today's winners are.
Yeah, and with a bit of a shorter day today, we'll probably be having the presentation up here at the end of the road in D-Bar once this event finishes, probably around midday. But up and riding in red, Ocean Mackenzie. Nice 360 at the start, straight into a roll. Good, solid competition surfing for him there, just getting it done. Ocean Mackenzie, let's see if he can better that 5.23 that he's sitting on, but he's looking for a 6.64, so Archie's still in a commanding position.
Might not been enough, that one. Here's the replay I'll quickly run you through with Ocean Mackenzie looking at this left-hander, coming down the line and pulling off a forward spin straight under the lip for a roll, which is not a bad combination. Very quick transition between manoeuvres there with Ocean Mackenzie, rider in red, currently in second position.
That's it, just Ocean Mackenzie, just son of Bullet Mackenzie, so a lot of bodyboarding heritage running through his blood. And I'm sure Bullet, I told him, I was like, oh, yeah, you should come in, commentate another heat, come commentate Ocean's heat. And he said, nah, I'm standing on the beach to give him directions if he needs, but it doesn't look like he needs it at all. Surfing really smartly and consistently.
Now, on the screen, it does say Cadets semi-final. On the stack deck, it's saying juniors, I think.
It is Cadets.
It is Cadets.
Yeah, we did the juniors yesterday.
Right. So it's Cadets. Yep. It's clearing that up.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, it has not been updated yet, yesterday's schedule. So
the schedule's fine. It's just all the junior quarters were run yesterday, so just cut them out, and we're just starting same schedule, but
just on a different day.
Yeah, exactly right. You can see out the river mouth of the beautiful Tweed River, some waves breaking out there. I wonder if people ever surf out there, because throughout yesterday, I swear I could see some nice lefts peeling along that sandbank that accumulates out the end of the river. And I wonder if maybe on some big days they get out there on jet skis and tow it.
I think they do off Kingscliff Bommy, but not so much here. Rider in yellow, Hardy Fletcher looking at this one. Nice little run down the line here with a nice wall at the end and a big roll off the top for the young man, Hardy Fletcher.
Just ducking out there. Keep him busy, Hardy. He's looking for that mid-range score, and I wonder if this will be enough to do it. But nice line there, kind of mid on the face of the wave, and then just times that section really well. Hardy Fletcher, 12 years old, surfing really well, really consistently all event in 3 different divisions. He's probably done more heats than anybody, to be honest. He's